The show will begin shortly. Please take your seats. On your couch or the toilet, we'll never know. And if we did, we'd never tell. Please check on your sourdough starter now, then get comfortable. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rockie Awards International Program Competition will be starting in 5 minutes. Please put on your fanciest sweatpants and take a seat. Or just take your own personal seat and place it in the chair provided. Thank you. If you are a nominee who is watching, please introduce yourself in the comments and post your best "I can't believe I won" face. The show will start in 2 minutes. Pants are optional. Never you mind. It's hot in this tiny booth. The show will start in 1 minute. Please silence your phones, dogs, children, or whatever background noise may distract you from the show. Here we go. The Rockie Awards International Program Competition is brought to you by our grand patrons, the Government of Alberta and Alberta Film, Canada Media Fund, CBC Radio-Canada, Chorus Entertainment, CTV, Netflix, and Telefilm Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2020 Rockie Awards International Program Competition. Please welcome to your computers, iPads, or smartphones from Baroness von Sketch Show, Aurora Brown, Jennifer Whalen, and Carolyn Taylor.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2020 Rockies International Program Competition. I'm Aurora Brown from Baroness von Sketch Show on CBC, and I'm one of your hosts for today's show. I want to be honest with you. On May 28th, we pre-recorded a completely different comedic opening to kick off the show. It involved two of my other Baroness co-stars, Jennifer Whalen and Carolyn Taylor, who could not join me right now, but who you will see later on. There were lots of jokes about the lockdown, wearing sweatpants as scarves, homeschooling my kid to bring me cocktails. It was super fun. But in the following days, the extraordinary global movement against anti-Black racism, racial violence, and injustice began. So I'd like to take this moment to say on behalf of the Baronesses and of the Banff World Media Festival, Black Lives Matter. Indigenous lives matter. The rights and freedoms of the LGBTQ2+ community must be respected. Our industry, which only a short time ago considered letting 4 white women having their own television show progress, must change. We must speak truth to power, and we must keep recognizing and funding and giving airtime to the voices that need it. Last night on Twitter, artist Tanya Tagak tweeted, "This change is making me so hungry for more." We feel the same way. If hindsight is 2020, let's make 2020 the year of opening our eyes and fighting for a better world. So, back to the show. Next time you see me, I'm going to be wearing a different outfit, so just roll with it. Pretend that I'm Celine Dion doing a fabulous costume change. I'd also like to send a shout out to our 4th Baroness, Meredith McNeil, who could not join us because she's locked down in Nova Scotia, homeschooling her young child. Mayor, just remind Hazel that an old-fashioned cocktail needs bourbon whiskey. They always forget that. Finally, due to the production schedule of putting this virtual award show together, many parts of the show you will see today were recorded earlier in May. And I'm actually recording this re-record of our opening 6 days ago. So much can happen in 6 days. So to the universe, I am asking you to keep focused on the important issue of racial injustice and the Black Lives Matter movement. Okay, let's get the show started so we can celebrate the incredible work of creators from all around the world who are nominated today. Our first category is children and youth. And here to present is someone who brings much needed magic to everything he does. From CBC Kids, it's Gary the Unicorn.
Thank you very much. I am so happy to be here today giving out awards. I love giving out awards almost as much as I love giving out hugs. They're my 2 favorite things. Except I'm not supposed to be giving out hugs right now. But I can still hug the award. Woohoo! Oh, wow, I've never been happier in all my life. Oh, All the nominees in the children and youth category have worked really hard to make super great content for kids. And boy, those parents who've been homeschooling their kids are certainly grateful for what you've created. In fact, all of today's nominees have deemed an essential service. I don't know what that means, but it sure sounds important. I'm going to announce the winners in 5 categories: animation, fiction, nonfiction, interactive content, and preschool. First up, animation program. Woohoo!
Children and Youth Animation Program. And the nominees are The Amazing World of Gumball,
Boom. Mega happy ending. Game Master out.
Moomin Valley,
She's moving away. I was almost a lolly.
The Most Magnificent Thing,
She considers and selects, ponders and imagines. And then
I've got it!
Sherwood,
Stop! Stay where you are!
The Snail and the Whale,
These are the waves that arched and crashed, that foamed and frolicked and sprayed and splashed the tiny snail on the tail of the whale.
Okay, and the winner is... Open up the envelope. This is very exciting. The Snail and the Whale! Woohoo!
Accepting on behalf of The Snail and the Whale is producer and joint managing director for Magic Light Pictures, Martin Pope.
I'd really like to thank Banff for this wonderful honour. That's absolutely amazing. On behalf of myself and Michael Rose, my producing partner, I'd like to thank everyone who worked on this film, led by our brilliant directors, Max Lang and Daniel Snadden, including the whole team at Triggerfish Animation in Cape Town and our wonderful crew in London. We'd like to thank the BBC and ZDF and our great broadcast partners throughout the world. And it's wonderful to be here, but also we're very conscious that this is a time of great crisis. And we hope that The Snail and the Whale will reach out to families and children worldwide and bring them some joy and happiness. And also to remind them, I hope that it's a wonderful world out there. And however small you are, you can make a difference. So yeah, thank you so much for an amazing award.
Children and Youth Fiction Series. And the nominees are The Athena,
Okay, so maybe my past is not so ordinary. But seriously, if anyone can ruin a perfect life, it's me.
Find Me in Paris,
If I can just convince Henry we're meant to be here. I mean, it hasn't been easy living in the 21st century with a boyfriend from 1905.
You have arrived at your destination. Destination reached. Destination reached.
Hardball,
Aim of the game, get an ace and stay there.
Hetty Feather,
You were so evil, you were so mean. They stole you a cake and you soured the cream. You've ice in your blood, you don't know how to feel. I can't shake you off, it would seem.
Go write silly stories, reality's mean.
There once was a dragon, 10 children to thieve.
Young Nomads,
Okay, and the winner is... Open up the envelope, I can hardly wait. Hardball! Woohoo!
Accepting on behalf of Hardball is executive producer and head of kids and scripted for Northern Pictures, Catherine Neubauer.
I was so excited to hear that Hardball had actually been nominated, and I can't believe we've won. Again, such a stellar lineup of great shows. I hope everybody in Canada is enjoying our fun little series, and on behalf of everybody who's worked so hard on our show, this one's for you. Thank you.
Children and Youth Nonfiction Series. En de nominees are Blacklist,
Vriend, het is bijna daar. Zet u maar daar. Zet u gereed. Fikkers! Succes, hè?
FYI,
Ladies and gentlemen, Banner Alabad!
War has destroyed everything in my country. Education is one of them.
Mammoth 2019.
On a parlé d'anxiété.
Moi, j'ai parlé de différence.
Puis moi, je tenais à parler d'identité sexuelle.
My Life, I Will Survive.
I think a lot of people don't really see the hard parts of my life, and I don't blame them because I don't really show them.
Skids.
I was only in there for 6 weeks, and the principal and the other staff there told me that I was bringing down the reputation of their school, and he told me that I couldn't be at the school anymore.
Okay, this is very exciting, and the winner is My Life, I Will Survive! Woohoo!
Accepting on behalf of My Life, I Will Survive is the star of the show, Nikki Lilly.
Guess what, Nikki Lilly? You won!
Oh my gosh!
You did win!
That's crazy!
Isn't that awesome?
That is incredible. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone at the Rockie Awards. This documentary definitely shows my life and shows that it's okay not to be okay, but to remember that never stop reaching for your dreams. And I want to say thank you to Blake Way North and Sarah Murch for believing that I had a story to tell, Lorna Kennett, Kez at CBC, and yeah, I just hope people know that it's okay to have bad days, but just to keep going and to keep reaching for your dreams. So thank you.
Children and Youth Interactive Content. And the nominees are CBC Kids News, Cleo's Cosmic Quest,
Hi, my name's Cleo. I want to be a star, a gorgeous star that illuminates the universe with beauty.
Dino Dana,
is an 8-year-old girl who sees dinosaurs everywhere. Dino Quest is an augmented reality game that brings dinosaurs to life in the world around you. There are 2 modes, single player and multiplayer.
Odd Squad,
We have this many already. We need this many to power the generator. So how many do we need? We can use the number line.
Own It,
Do the world a favour and kill yourself.
Kill yourself, gay boy. You are worthless.
They're just such horrible things.
Okay, and the winner is... Open up this envelope. Okay, here it is, and... Own It!
Accepting on behalf of Own It is Head of Editorial Standards and Safeguarding for BBC Children's, Catherine McAllister.
Thank you so much to the judges. This is a huge honour. The Own It app is a real shining example of the BBC's commitment to promoting the interests of children in the digital environment. So to see it recognised with such a prestigious award is fantastic. It's been a really complicated app, and a huge array of massively talented people have worked on it. Way too many to mention, but in particular, if I can, I would just like to thank John Howard, Joe Wheatcroft, Robert Isett, Al Jones, Tom Johnson, Deepak Tiwari, and Brian McHarg.
You know what? Own It is so wonderful.
Yeah. And now you get to own one of these.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Children and Youth Preschool. And the nominees are Bing,
Hello, Bing! Hello, Sula. This is my cousin, Nicky! Isn't he adorable? That's my speedy car. Nicky loves him!
Oddbods, Peppa Pig,
Children, today we have a visitor. Mandy Mouse.
Hello, everyone. Squeak! Hello!
Shimajiru, A World of Wow,
考えて生きる。
北極の冒険家です。
True and the Rainbow Kingdom,
It's Happy Hearts Day. Happy Hearts Day. It's the day that always makes us happy. I give you a happy heart.
You give me a happy heart. We love how it makes us both feel happy.
Okay, are you ready? Okay, well, the winner is... Open up this envelope. We can hardly wait. Peppa Pig!
Accepting on behalf of Peppa Pig is Senior Vice President of Marketing for North America for E1 Family Brands, Julie Christopher.
You won! What? You absolutely won the Rockie Award!
Oh my gosh! How amazing! How amazing! This is so exciting. I think, as Peppa would say, this is brilliant. So on behalf of E1, would love to say thank you so much for this incredible honor. And it's our goal to create everlasting childhood memories through our kids' content, and what better example of that is Peppa Pig. Thank you so much, and we look forward to bringing even more Peppa to the screen and on the shelves for years to come. Thank you.
A&E Inclusion Award. And now to present the 2020 A&E Inclusion Award, please welcome Senior Vice President and Head of Sales for the Americas at A&E, Ellen Lovejoy.
A&E Networks has a tradition of inclusion across all aspects of our business, be it our content, our employees, partnerships, mentorship programs, or community outreach. Each year, the A&E Inclusion Award is presented to an individual or team whose efforts and vision in media champion and reflect the world in which we live. And it is with great honor that I present the 2020 A&E Inclusion Award to Emmy and NAACP Image Award-winning actress, comedian, producer, and activist, Niecy Nash.
I thought it was a bold choice for a bold woman.
Emmy-winning actress, NAACP Image Award recipient, and activist. In over 30 years, Niecy Nash has brought the same passion and conviction to her roles on screen as she has to her community off screen.
Stand in a place where you believe the best is yet to come for you.
From comedy to gripping drama, she's shown an immense range, playing authentic, relatable, and resilient women in challenging situations.
You bless those who curse you.
A childhood domestic violence incident of her own inspired Niecy to stand up and speak out for gun reform and advocate for safer schools.
I was chosen to break the generational curses.
She also nurtures young talent in performing arts, sharing her knowledge and experience to inspire our next generation. And she's been a powerful force supporting Black Lives Matter. The A&E Inclusion Award recognizes individuals in the entertainment world who strive to serve others through their own initiatives and actions. As a champion of women and women storytellers, Lifetime and A&E Networks believe in the power of brave storytelling to make a difference. And that's why we couldn't be more proud to honor Niecy Nash with this year's A&E Networks Inclusion Award. Congratulations, Niecy.
Please welcome the 2020 recipient of the A&E Inclusion Award, Niecy Nash.
Niecy Nash here, and I am sending you all the biggest virtual thank you ever. Thank you for considering me. Thank you for acknowledging me in this way. A big thanks to the A&E family, to the Lifetime family, Tanya Lopez, Michael Chen, my dear friend Jason Wood. I want to thank my EP, Robin Roberts. Thank you so much for having faith in me. I want to accept this award on behalf of Alexis/Kamaya. Oftentimes, we go through a very charged point in our life, and that story is never told. This one was, and I'm so grateful I was able to be a part of it in even a small way. Keep the faith, y'all, and keep telling great stories. Mwah.
Our next stream of awards is documentary and factual. Hey, narrator voice of God guy, how about you tell us who the next presenter is?
Our presenter for documentary and factual is an award-winning voiceover actor who has appeared in almost every Christmas movie filmed in Canada. He is also your current voice of God announcer who will not be shown up by a unicorn. Please welcome Fred Keating.
Thank you, voice of God. I am very familiar with your work. Love it. Welcome to my dressing room. Did I mention this is the 37th time I've appeared at the festival in some capacity? If you don't count the 3 or 4 times that I snuck in. I started here at 5 years old. They started me parking cars that did not go particularly well. And what? Sorry? Oh, yeah, yes, of course. Sorry. Unaccustomed as I am to public speaking, I am pleased to present the following categories in the documentary and factual stream. Well, let's begin. The documentary and factual stream includes the categories of crime and investigative, environmental and wildlife, history and biography, science and technology, social and current affairs, and finally, web nonfiction series. So let's take a look at the nominees in our first category, crime and investigative.
Crime and investigative program. And the nominees are The Case Against Adnan Said.
When you come from, especially from South Asia, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, the judiciary and the police are very corrupt, and people are terrified of them. So it was a terrifying experience for them to have to go to court.
Children of the Snow.
Not only did we not catch the killer, we caught the killer, let him go kill more kids.
I think there's absolutely a possibility there's a cover-up here.
And longtime detective Corey Williams is determined to make the case.
The Negotiators, Taipei hostage crisis.
I don't even remember whether the police fired back. I don't think he even gave them a chance to.
Sea of Shadows.
We're not a virus here to kill our host. To sit there and let an entire ocean die because of the greed of a few, and to be okay with that is unacceptable.
The Trial of Ratko Mladic.
And at first I didn't want to get up because I was afraid to separate from my dad. And he told me to get up. I told him, no, I don't want to go without you.
Thank you, Dolores. And the winner of Crime and Investigative is Sea of Shadows.
Accepting on behalf of Sea of Shadows is director Richard Ladkani.
A big hello from Vienna, Austria. My name is Richard Ladkani. I'm the director of Sea of Shadows, and thank you so much for giving us this wonderful award. Sea of Shadows is a very important film for me personally and for the entire team because we wanted it to be a symbol of sorts, a symbol of what is happening with our world, because it is under attack. In this case, by criminal forces who are exploiting planet Earth for money and greed. The fate of the vaquita is very sad. We don't know if it will survive in the coming years, especially now with the pandemic. Things have actually gotten worse because there's even less oversight. But we hope that this story can, reach the entire world and wake people up and shake them up that action needs to be taken to stop these crimes against our environment, the beautiful species and the planet as we love it. So thank you for this award. It means a lot. It will help spread the word for more people to see this film. Thank you and all the best wishes.
History and Biography Program. And the nominees are The Accountant of Auschwitz.
He collected the luggage of the people that would be brought to Auschwitz. He would skim through the luggage for valuables.
The first day, 11 Holocaust deniers came and they shouted out loud.
Cheating Hitler, Surviving the Holocaust.
Hitler and the Nazis planned to murder every Jewish child in Europe.
Kids. We were kids.
I was quite a cookie. I think I was a wild little girl.
Free Solo.
That feeling is heightened when you're for sure facing death. You can't make a mistake. If you're seeking perfection, free soloing is as close as you can get.
The Green Book, Guide to Freedom.
The Green Book was a great way to understand how you could get from A to B safely. And even though it wasn't all about struggle and fear, there was a seriousness to traveling while black.
Inmate Number 1, The Rise of Danny Trejo.
I love doing this. You know, this is one of the things that has kept me out of prison since 1969. My number was B948.
Danke, Gretel. And the winner of History and Biography is Free Solo.
Accepting on behalf of Free Solo is director Jimmy Chin.
Thank you so much for this award. I'm here to accept it on behalf of myself, my wonderful co-producer, co-director, and amazing wife, Chai Vassarelli, and for all the incredible and talented people who poured their hearts and souls into this film. It is such an honor to receive the Rockie Award for a film that was both one of the most challenging but meaningful films we've ever worked on. We could only hope that people would be inspired by Alex's story, his capacity to dream the impossible dream and work so hard towards achieving it. So thank you for being part of the journey, and thank you again for this award.
Environmental and Wildlife Program. And the nominees are Dragons and Damsels.
And one of its brightest stars is a little damselfly with a big role to play in the coming drama. The Common Blue.
The Elephant Queen.
For a few moments, the drought is forgotten as they join in an understanding of what was and what it means to be one of their kind.
Meat, a threat to our planet.
Ooh, a bit of
Feel the
gas
contractions?
escaped.
Feel the contractions?
This is the Ed, I have carried out post-mortem. This is a living, breathing animal that I'm looking straight into.
7 worlds, 1 planet.
This grey-headed albatross chick is 4 weeks old. So far, it has been sheltered from the gales by its parents, who take turns to collect food for it out at sea.
Tigerland.
Продолжало воровать этих собак, то население могло, в общем, убить ее. Наша задача срочно поймать тигрят, иначе...
Merci, Chantal. And the winner of Environmental and Wildlife is 7 Worlds, 1 Planet.
Accepting on behalf of 7 Worlds, 1 Planet is director Johnny Keeling.
This is a really special award from a film festival that has great integrity and a great reputation. So it's a real honor to be receiving it. I think it will be an inspiration because the planet, the people and the animals of this planet face huge challenges today. And this is an inspiration to me, and I hope to everyone, that we can all come together and make the changes that the world so desperately needs. Thank you very, very much.
Science and Technology Program. And the nominees are Climate Change, The Facts.
What can be done to avert disaster and ensure the survival of our civilizations and the natural world upon which we depend?
Coded World.
And I can't help but wonder,
What is the next phase that AI will be taken to?
So many things. Consciousness, for example. So I want to understand what consciousness is, right? So this is a big research topic in the next decade.
The planets.
The world that had borne witness to some of the greatest dramas in the solar system's history consumes the craft that has given us its remarkable story.
Science fair.
In the category of medicine and health science.
War in the blood. The cure for cancer.
Engineering nature is really great fun. I mean, it's as if somebody's giving you this huge, big, complicated toolkit, and you're pulling bits of it out and putting other bits in and then seeing what happens.
Grazie, Apollonia. And the winner of Science and Technology is Science Fair.
Accepting on behalf of Science Fair are the writers, directors, and producers Christina Constantini and Darren Foster, and featured scientist Milena Braj de Silva.
On behalf of the entire Science Fair team, thank you so much. We are so excited to receive this Rockie Award.
If the pandemic has taught us anything, it's that we need to celebrate scientists and we need to listen to scientists. And we're lucky enough to be quarantining all together with this young, brilliant scientist right here, Milena. Thank you!
Thank you so much.
Thank you!
Social and Current Affairs Program. And the nominees are Broken.
Schitterend mooi. Dat was een stukje laken.
Inside Our Enemy's Life.
These are the last members of the Islamic State. 3,000 ISIS fighters and their families were surrounded by Kurdish forces and bombarded by international coalition jets for months on end.
Learning to skateboard in a war zone, if you're a girl. Surviving Our Kelly.
He really didn't have to do much to get these young girls.
Oh, we always go to the mall, too. We go in the mall in every city.
We're just chilling. We're going to go to the mall today. We're going to try to keep it low-key. We'll see what happens.
Undercover. Inside China's digital gulag.
那他们会不会觉得人权是有干涉？没有人权，这没有人权，不是干涉，他就没有人权。
Here's your money. And the winner of Social and Current Affairs is Surviving R. Kelly. Accepting on behalf of Surviving R. Kelly are executive producers Bree Miranda Bryant, Joel Karsberg, Jesse Daniels, and co-executive producer Maria Pepin.
Thank you, Banff Media Awards, for our Rockie Award. We wish we were there to celebrate, but nonetheless, this is such an incredible recognition. Thank you to A+C Lifetime Networks, Buna Murray, and Creative for the space to build this platform. And to our entire hardworking production team, Joel, Jesse, Maria, Dream, Tamara, Sudi, Jen, Rick, John, Kyle, Charlotte, and the many, many more who helped put the many pieces of Surviving R. Kelly Part 2, The Reckoning, together with the necessary care and TLC that it needed. We are thrilled to have been able to create a platform that amplified the voices of our survivors, because none of this would have been possible without their bravery. They made the choice to stand up not only for themselves, but for all girls, and especially girls, who look like us. What a time in this world to talk about change. But what a time in this world to create change. Thank you, Banff.
Thank you very much. It really means a lot.
Thank you so much. It's an incredible honor.
Thank you so much, Banff Awards. It was such an incredible honor to be part of this amazing series, Surviving R. Kelly, and we thank you so much for the recognition. This is awesome.
Web Nonfiction Series. And the nominees are Devout and Out.
Tonight is super special for me. And it really reaffirmed to me that we're all more alike than we are different.
Insignificant.
mankind discovered that it lived on a planet, along with others in the solar system. A small blue dot orbiting around its star.
Sober House, a sign of change in Cree Nation.
I think the Sober House project is so important because we need that next step out of treatment. Without that next step and that continual support, you're just going to go back to the old ways that you had.
Stonewall Out Loud.
To hear Sylvia's voice is very, very profound. The voice still sounds the same to me. It is the voice of struggle. It is the same voice of passion and revolution.
True dating stories.
Eddie Murphy should have won an Oscar for the Clumps franchise.
Maybe he's never been on a date with a black girl before and he wanted to be more, I don't know, cool.
I like Ice-T, Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, Little Bow Wow, Little Romeo.
Spasiba, Natasha. And the winner of Web Nonfiction Series is Stonewall Out Loud.
Accepting on behalf of Stonewall Out Loud is director and executive producer Fenton Bailey.
Thank you very much. For Randy and myself, directing this film was an honor. It was also an emotional and humbling experience to realize that our LGBTQ+ community rests on the shoulders of a brave few who finally stood up to the generations of abuse they had suffered at the hands of police, abuse that was sanctioned by a complacent, indifferent society. And as trans people of color, many of them weren't even welcome within our own community. Nevertheless, all the freedoms and rights that we enjoy today, we owe to their courage. So it is with great honor and with great humility that Randy and I accept this award on their behalf.
Innovative Producer Award, presented in partnership with Lionsgate. To present the award for Innovative Producer, please welcome the chairman of the Lionsgate Television Group, Kevin Beggs.
Hello, Banff friends. Hope everyone is safe and healthy at home. 21 years ago, I could never have imagined going to Banff 20 more years in a row, let alone attending this Banff virtually. But I'm glad to be there in spirit and with all of you, even if we can't be there together physically. About 16 years ago, we began presenting the Lionsgate Innovative Producer of the Year Award. We've been involved or presented to some remarkable companies, and it is my particular pleasure this year to honor Wattpad. Founded in 2006 by Alan Lau and Ivan Nguyen, this 80 million strong reader platform and storytelling evolution is crushing the media business. And they've just announced Wattpad Studios to take those amazing stories from writers all over the world into film and television proper. And all of us in those businesses couldn't be more excited about the stories they're bringing our way.
I'm gonna be your spirit guide.
The amazing story of the amateur author who wrote a novel on her phone.
Writing the world as you see it, the world as you know it. I'm done playing this game.
Wattpad's changed my life drastically.
How would you drive a girl away?
All of this is happening because of the game.
She oversees a worldwide empire of books.
That's the power of a good book.
Please welcome the 2020 recipients of the Innovative Producer Award from Wattpad, Alan Lau and Aaron Levitz.
Hi everyone, I'm Alan Lau, CEO and co-founder of Wattpad. We are deeply honored to receive this award. And while it is disappointing that we cannot attend this ceremony in person, I'm grateful for this opportunity to say our thanks during today's virtual event.
Hi everyone, I'm Aaron Levitz, head of Wattpad Studios. I'm more than excited and honored to be here today to accept this award and share a little gratitude on behalf of Wattpad. We launched Wattpad Studios 4 years ago in 2016, actually on stage at the Banff Springs Hotel. And I think it makes this all a little more special, just showing that in such a short amount of time, what we've been doing resonates both in our backyard in Canada, but all over the world. And when we started, we had a really simple mantra. If we listen to audiences and the data behind them, we're going to have a better chance of success. And I feel at a time where changes in the entertainment industry are only accelerating, that we're just beginning for the battle for audiences. And that means our mission to entertain the world with data-driven stories is also just at the starting line. We haven't been at this long, but we have a lot to be proud of. We have hits all over the world. We have projects in development from LA to Seoul to Paris and everywhere in between. Our film After last year won a few People's Choice Awards. Our show Light as a Feather on Hulu over 2 seasons had 10 Daytime Emmy nods. And on top of that, we've launched a publishing division. But that all came on the back of a ton of hardworking people and forward thinkers who aren't on this call today. So my first thanks is to our community of 80 million users around the world. It's because of them and the hundreds of millions of stories they read on our platform that we're able to find massive global entertainment trends, amazing stories, and help screenwriters and directors understand how and why they're adapting stories for fans that already love them. I want to thank Wattpad Studios team. They've worked tirelessly over these 4 years to build us to where we are today. Our partners, thank you who've embraced our model and our vision for data-driven entertainment. But most importantly, I want to thank Wattpad's amazing writers. Our writers are the lifeblood of Wattpad and everything we do as a studio. We are proud and humbled to be able to work with them every day, to be able to have their trust to adapt their stories to screens all over the world. And in fact, without our writers, there would be no Wattpad, there would be no Wattpad Studios. So thank you again, and thank you all very much.
Our next stream of awards is Arts and Entertainment. God of Freds, why don't you tell us who's presenting?
Here to present the Arts and Entertainment stream is an award-winning comedian, actor, improviser, and one of the stars of the CW's Whose Line Is It Anyway? Here's Colin Mockery.
I'm very excited to be presenting these awards in the Arts and Entertainment stream. Arts and entertainment are the very basis of my career. So thank you for existing, Arts and Entertainment. I'll be announcing the winners for Docu-soap and docu-series, competition series and game shows, interactive, lifestyle, comedy and variety, podcast, and finally, arts and music. Let's take a look at the nominees in the first category, Docu-soap and docu-series.
Docu-soap and docu-series. And the nominees are 24 Hours in A&E.
She survived the first suicide attempt, but I knew there was no way that she would ever stop until she was successful in her attempt to take her own life.
Free one day.
Waar buiten, je kan het niet. Mocht je drinken?
Denk maar niet.
Heb je gedronken?
Ja.
Voilà.
Ik heb er al heel veel.
Dat is niet moeilijk, hè? Voorwaarden, volgen. Voorwaarden niet volgen, gevangen.
Sowieso, dat is wel.
Allee ho, welkom terug.
Life Below Zero. Pit bulls and parolees.
Instead of me letting loose, I just sat down calmly with her and tried to it's okay. She's really, really young. Pull the sheet out because I'm going to put it over her head and throw it in. Okay.
Who are you calling fat?
We are standing for self-love. And if you agree with our message that you should love your body and accept who you are, then we invite you to come and draw a heart on our body.
And the winner is, Who Are You Calling Fat?
Accepting on behalf of Who Are You Calling Fat, our executive producer Sarah Ramsden and series producer Charlotte Armstrong.
Thank you so much. It's a great shame to be missing Banff. I used to come every year in the 1990s and it's a wonderful place. We're really proud of Who Are You Calling Fat? We're so pleased with the way it portrayed the incredibly complex and varied views of the people in the overweight community. And I'd particularly like to thank the BBC and Jack Bootle in particular in the Specialist Factual Unit for giving us so much support. Charlotte.
This will mean so much to everyone who was involved, particularly our brilliant and brave 9 contributors who stood up and told their stories and shared their journeys and experiences with us. And I know everybody will be absolutely thrilled. So thank you very, very much.
Competition series and game shows. And the nominees are Blown Away,
Flow, off, punchy.
Why isn't it stretching? I wasted half my blow slot with the color, but I transitioned when I realized it was a loser. So I went for crystal clear.
The Greatest Dancer,
You nervous?
Yeah.
A little bit.
I think if you're not nervous, it's a bit...
If you're not nervous, it's
yeah,
a bit
it's
like,
a bit
do you care about what we're doing? Or?
Yeah. It's something we've been working for. We practically rehearsed every other day.
I think we're just ready to do it now.
Yeah.
Holy Moly,
Sometimes I'll be driving around the road and I'll think of Kenny G and drive into a ditch.
Portrait Artist of the Year.
Artists, all hoping to create their own masterpiece today.
And they're a thoughtful bunch. One of them paints his nightmares, others are inspired by vegan activism, and even by Freudian psychoanalysis.
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Guess who back in the house? Oh my God! Hello! My queens, welcome to RuPaul's Drag Race.
And the winner is RuPaul's Drag Race.
Accepting on behalf of RuPaul's Drag Race is executive producer Fenton Bailey.
It takes a village, people, and I am humbled to accept this award on behalf of everyone who works on bringing Drag Race into people's lives. Above all, I'd like to thank each and every one of the queens who over 12 seasons have shared their charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent for the past decade. They have broken down walls, they have opened people's hearts, and they have shown that hate does not, cannot, and never will trump love. And of course, most of all, I'd like to thank RuPaul, without whom there would be no RuPaul's Drag Race. Thank you very much.
Interactive content. And the nominees are Apollo's Moonshot AR app.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Click 1000.
And today, the choice is yours. So go on, decide. Here are the options. Should I pick a fight with Beardy here, or should I just try and steal his lovely hat?
East of the Rockies.
On July 4th, 1942, months after the attack on Pearl Harbor, my family left our home for the last time. I was 17 years old.
And the winner is East of the Rockies.
Accepting on behalf of East of the Rockies is co-creator Jason Legg.
Thank you to everybody at the Banff World Media Festival. It's such an honor to have our project recognized. It really was a labor of love, and I can't thank everybody enough who was involved with the project. I want to start with my wonderful co-producers at the NFB, Rob and Camille. Also, I can't thank my wonderful family and friends at Jam 3. Working on this with you over the course of nearly 3 years has been my crowning achievement as a producer. So thank you, Dirk. Thank you, Pablo. Thank you, Adrian, Mike, Mark, Amelie, Fabio, and everybody else that touched this project in some way, shape, or form. But most importantly, I want to thank Joy Kagawa. Nothing would have happened without her involvement. Nothing would have happened without her story. Nothing would have happened without her care, craft, and devotion to making people's lives better and telling stories. Also, thank you to Anne, who was the wonderful narrator for the entire experience. And it's been such a treat to have been involved with your story in some small way. So thank you, everybody. Thank you. Cheers.
Lifestyle program. And the nominees are Dating Around,
I'm not insulted.
No, I know you're not insulted. It's just a feeling. I don't know.
Right.
That's all I can say. It's just a feeling. It's got everything to do with me and not you.
Difficult Destinations.
Om klokslag 12 uur steken ze de toren in brand en geen 5 minuten later staat hij in lichterlaag. Ik kan niet anders zeggen dan dat het indrukwekkend is.
Employable Me.
People who happen to have Down syndrome are talented and unique. We are capable of being a lead in a movie.
The World According to Jeff Goldblum.
I'm not looking yet. I haven't seen this. Are they allowed in too? You're a tease. Okay. Okay, come on in, dear viewer. So far I call them dear viewer, but I should have a nickname for them.
Your Home Made Perfect.
In this groundbreaking series, we'll be offering breathtaking solutions using the latest technology.
That is amazing, isn't it?
It's absolutely stunning.
That's so clever.
And the winner is Employable Me.
Accepting on behalf of Employable Me is executive producer Thomas Howe.
Thanks, Banff World Media Festival, for this Rockie Award. The point of producing Employable Me is to change the perceptions many people have about people with disabilities. And we hope by changing attitudes, we can make our society more inclusive. We want to thank our broadcasters, Accessible Media Inc. and TV Ontario, for their unwavering support for our series for 4 years now. We also wish to thank the Rogers Cable Network Fund and the Canadian Media Fund. We also want to thank our incredible producers, editors, and crews for their support and hard work on Employable Me. And most of all, we want to thank our brave job seekers and their families for their willingness to participate in our series. Thanks again, Banff, and we'll see you next year.
Comedy and Variety Program. The nominees are Baroness von Sketch Show.
Greetings, new friends. We, the people of Earth, are honored to be making contact with beings from beyond our own planet for the very first time.
The Beaverton.
In order to spot fake news, you need to be media literate. For instance, if your primary source of news is us, that's a sign you're not media literate.
The Ranga Nation. Still standing.
See how remote, how hard it is to get to. And I think Churchill wins. Up till now, it was Inuvik, Northwest Territory, driving directions 80 hours. Churchill, Manitoba, incalculable.
Trevor Noah at Just for Laughs, Volume 2.
You remember that song? Yeah? Yeah? Work, 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 work. Yeah, remember that? Sing this man, burr, 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 burr. Yeah? That was one of my favorite songs. I knew all the lyrics.
And the winner is Baroness von Sketch Show.
Accepting on behalf of Baroness von Sketch Show is creator and executive producer Jennifer Whalen.
Thank you so much. We are so thrilled to get this award. I would like to thank you all on behalf of ourselves. I would also like to thank Frantic and Jamie Brown for all of their support in season 4. CBC have been amazing partners for us. Karen, Greg, Michelle, Heather Conway, Sally Caddo, thank you for everything. Thank you to the CMF. And then thank you to all of the people whose hard work you don't see. We're sort of the faces of this. We're the tip of the iceberg. But thank you to all of the people who supported us every day in every way and to make this show what it is. Thank you. This award is for all of us.
Podcast of the Year. And the nominees are Call Me God, the untold story of the DC sniper investigation.
It's quiet out and there's not much traffic along Georgia Avenue Northwest. It's 9:15 p.m. when Pascal Charlotte crosses the street and is shot.
Confronting O.J. Simpson.
You know, the selfish thing would have been to run. You walk in, you see something happen, you bolt, and Ron ran towards it. And I wish that he would have been more selfish that night.
Hunting Warhead.
They asked me if I had a computer, if I had the internet. I said, yes, I have the internet. They asked me if I had ever watched pornography in my life, and I said, yes, I had. Then they asked me if I had ever watched child pornography.
The Story Store.
The podcast where your stories are made to order. My name is Mr. Orlando. This is Gary the Unicorn, the Story Store assistant who certainly adds a certain je ne sais quoi.
This sounds serious.
Look, if you want any of these hostages to make it out alive, you're going to give us a helicopter. Okay, with a pilot.
I'm sorry, I'm stuck on the inside. I was just trying to take the money out of the safe, but then the door closed on me.
And the winner is This Sounds Serious.
Accepting on behalf of This Sounds Serious is creator, director, and executive producer Chris Kelly.
Podcast of the Year. Thank you so much, Banff Media Festival, the Rockie Awards. It's a true honor to be the first recipient of the Podcast of the Year award. I mean, to have podcasts recognized at the Banff Media Festival, that's a huge win for our company, for podcasting in general. I mean, this is where content around the world comes to be recognized, and it feels awesome to be a part of that. I want to thank everybody who put this show together, all of the Kelly and Kelly team, Peter Oldring, Carly Pope, Mark Chavez, Aaron Reed, Dave Shumka, and everybody else. Thanks to all the other nominees. There's some great stuff in this category. Check out Hunting Warhead. It's a very, very good show. Thanks. Podcasts are a thing. Thank you.
Arts and Music Program. And the nominees are The Curry House Kid, Garth Brooks, The Road I'm On.
This guy thinks I'm going to get a record deal. This guy thinks I'm going to go on a tour. This guy thinks that. Maybe I should start thinking that way too.
Han Dances.
Na bijna 15 jaar zonder veel te dansen zocht ik een balletcoach en begon opnieuw het harde regime van een professionele danseres te volgen. Bovenop een voltijdse job en mijn gezinsleven.
Josephine Baker, The Story of an Awakening.
Go to Syria. Josephine performed for black and white Americans, Arabs and Europeans. She dreamed of a better, united world after the defeat of the Nazis.
Skindigenous.
Sikuna bagay mafefe waktu dana aku patu katu kaule khudnia kalud sirimano bagay ka amak kule waine tanayan niya aku patu meru feile kugelai pastiti.
And the winner is Josephine Baker, The Story of an Awakening.
Accepting on behalf of Josephine Baker, The Story of an Awakening, is director Ilano Navarro.
I'm so thrilled to have this prize today. Thank you. I was hoping that this film would take away all the dust around Josephine's image and Josephine's memory as well, because for so long she was seen as just a dancer with a banana skirt, where she was so much more than that. She was a fighter that used all the weapons at her disposal. It was very important for me to give access to her story in her own words. So thank you, and thank you, Josephine, for inspiring us all until today.
I know that everyone's disappointed that we're not all together sipping cocktails at the Rundle Lounge at the Banff Springs Hotel, but the reality is Banff is a tourist town, and right now there are no tourists there. It's a tourist town without tourists. In mid-March, the skiers left, hotel patrons checked out, and restaurants and shops closed their doors. In fact, unemployment has gotten as high as 85%.
So we would like to take a moment to give some love to the Banff Canmore Community Foundation. Through emergency grants, they've been helping vulnerable residents like temporary foreign workers, seniors, frontline workers, and more. They are working with other foundations and Rotary clubs to distribute financial help, scrubs for hospital, transportation for those who need medical help, and have trained coaches to address mental health issues with youth on the Stoney Nakoda Nation.
Hi, I'm Karen Sorensen. I'm the mayor of Banff. So the town of Banff is solely dependent on tourism as our economy. And when the pandemic hit, our economy shut down. So we had about 6,000 people laid off, which we live in a small town of 9,000 people. So that was extensive. The good thing is our community really rallied together to provide support The Banff Canmore Community Foundation has been a key player in our community. They came together to help the most vulnerable. The foundation teamed up with Banff's Wim and Nancy Powell Foundation and the Canmore Rotary Club, and they provided emergency grants across the Bow Valley.
So even though we've been making grants to frontline organizations for the past 2 months, we're still going to need to make sure that frontline employees are properly protected. We still have people that are going to need food. We are still going to need to help seniors and other vulnerable residents. We know that there is going to be mental health challenges arising in the coming weeks and months, and we need to be ready for those efforts.
I'm really proud of the town of Banff staff as well for their emergency work. It is really heartwarming to see this community come together at times of crisis.
So if it's possible for you to make a donation to help these frontline organizations, that would be most appreciated. We wish you were all here enjoying our hospitality and the beautiful scenery that Banff is so well known for. Unfortunately, that's not the case right now. And so wherever you are, we wish you all the best. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we look forward to seeing you back in Banff and Banff National Park in the future.
Thank you so much for the support that you're giving to our community and the Bow Valley. Mostly, I want to say we look so forward to welcoming you back in June of 2021 for the next Banff World Media Festival.
The road to recovery for Banff will be long and gradual, something our industry is more than familiar with. So if you're able, please consider making a donation to the Bow Valley Emergency Fund with the Banff Canmore Community Foundation. Every dollar is put to work in the community by frontline groups that feed, shelter, connect, and keep safe their most vulnerable residents. Let's help Banff recover so we can all celebrate together soon.
Our next stream of awards is scripted, which has 8 categories. Here to present the first 4 categories are 2 of the stars of the new hit medical drama on CTV, Transplant, soon to be on NBC. Please welcome Hamza Haq and Aisha Issa.
Thank you very much. Now, despite what my parents had hoped for, I'm not an actual doctor.
But it's cool because we both play one on TV.
And on behalf of all actors who play doctors on TV, we just want to say,
oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you. It is so incredibly difficult what you guys do. I mean, could you imagine like having to say, I need 2 large bore IVs, give me 2 liters of Enestat, CBCs, Chemcoax, LFT, and let's cross-match 4 sections red cells. To say that every day, that's incredible. Thank you so much.
And you do it all in one take.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Hamza and I are very excited to be presenting the award in the scripted stream, which includes comedy series non-English language and comedy series English language,
as well as web fiction and TV movie. Let's take a look at the nominees in comedy series non-English language.
Comedy series, non-English language. And the nominees are Melkein Dota, Almost True.
Syöpä. Tää. Joo. Kato, imusolmuket tai joku. Mä oon ollut siis, kato, tää tässä, tosi pitkään, kato. Kulta, se lihas on jo jumissa. Niin, lihas tai kyhmy.
Boomerang.
C'est passé, Pierre? Ah, écoute, Patrick, j'ai tout essayé, hein. La promenade, la berceuse, écoute, les couches, avec la suce, avec pas de suce, la doudou, le biberon.
Lâcher prise. Free fall.
Showtime.
Mytho.
C'est bon, va à la maison, je te rejoins.
Mais tu rigoles ou quoi? On y va, tout de suite. Allez. Tu veux ma photo, connard?
Andra Eltern. Other Parents.
Keine Ahnung.
Andere Eltern.
Andere Eltern.
Andere Eltern.
Andere Eltern.
Andere Eltern.
And the winner is Mytho.
Accepting on behalf of Mytho is producer Bruno Nahan.
Hey, we just heard the news today, like the song says, just hear the news today that that Mito won the awards for the best non-English comedy. You can't imagine for us how happy we are. Anne Berest, the creator of the show, the writer, Fabrice Gobert, the co-creator of the show, the director, the whole team, and I. We're not only happy, but we're happy because we're shooting season 2, and the shooting has been interrupted, and we start again this day on June 15. So it's a very special day for us, and these awards give us some more energy to finish this season and to prepare another one and have enough strength to go through this crisis. So thanks a lot in the name of the team, and hope that we'll be able to come and visit you at Banff. Thank you a lot. Thank you.
Comedy series, English language. And the nominees are Fleabag.
Thank you.
This is a love story.
Motherland.
None of you are grateful. This is my holiday too, and I've spent my whole time running around after you lot like I'm your personal concierge. I'm trying to do an event meal.
The mom already set it up. She's waiting for you in the office.
Your mom? Bro, this is so weird, dude. That's weird. Come on, give me a break, okay? You're in a safe place. You got Islamic permission. Stop it, okay? You're on Tinder swiping. That's what's really weird, okay?
This time with Alan Partridge.
Hello and welcome to This Time.
With Jenny Gresham.
And a somewhat dangerously out of breath Alan Partridge.
Not out of breath.
He can hardly speak.
I'm speaking now.
This Way Up.
We can Skype her later when I'm not here.
Oh my God, you're such a baby. You're a brat.
Well, I texted her last week to see if she was dead.
So. That's not even funny. Don't say that.
And the winner is Fleabag.
Accepting on behalf of Fleabag is producer Sarah Hammond.
I won! You won!
Yes!
That's amazing. Well, I say I won. We won. Fleabag won.
Do you have anything prepared? Anything you'd like to say? Congratulations.
I would like to say thank you so much to the Banff Festival in the Rockies. It's such a great festival. I came in 2017 and just absolutely loved it, and I'm sorry that it was cancelled this year, but hopefully you'll be back up and running next year. And on behalf of Phoebe, I'd like to say thank you to Amazon, to all three, and to two brothers, in particular to Harry and Jack Williams, who nurtured the project from the beginning alongside Phoebe. I'd love to thank our director, Harry Bradbeer, our exec producer, Lydia Hampson, and our fantastic story producer, Jenny Robbins. Just a bunch of people that worked tirelessly this whole time. And finally, I personally would like to thank Phoebe for writing just such a glorious show. It's a dream come true to work on something like this, and thank you very much.
Web fiction series. And the nominees are Bit Players.
Comic-Con! Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you serious?
Lost in Triplanta.
Ready, Paula? Do you know where I can find Outcast?
Is that what's on?
Where I can find Outcast?
Nigga, do I look like Andre 3000? Get the fuck out of here.
Save Me.
Good. You killed it out there. You were great.
She's great, isn't she?
She is.
Dude, Peter Mansford said I was great. Oh my God.
Reincarnation of Sarah Silverman.
She's not dead.
Swipe.
Help!
Origami.
And the winner is Lost in Traplanta.
Accepting on behalf of Lost in Triplanta is executive producer Marie Herman.
Thank you.
Well, because of the lockdown, the director, Mathieu Rochet, couldn't be here online with us, but on his behalf and on behalf of the whole team, thank you very much for this award. So this series, half fiction, half documentary journey of a first journalist discovering Atlanta's rap scene was a great adventure, and we are really proud of it. And we just wanted to say that its success relies a lot on Cody Kim, who is the extremely talented and hilarious comedian who is performing Larry. So thank you to him. And we are very happy because it's the first award we have in North America. So we hope the series will continue to travel around the world. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Television movie. And the nominees are Elizabeth is Missing.
I want to scream, but it won't come out. It's all stuck in here. All the feelings are in here. And
Enemy Aliens, the refugee ship MS St. Louis.
Es gibt für die St. Louis eine neue Order der Reederei. Diese Order heißt zurück nach Deutschland.
Dreckskerl! Das kann doch nicht sein! Wir haben alles aufgegeben!
The Fox, Dancing in the Dusk.
盗人もピンからキリまであるな。
ご心配には及びません。私があなた方のような素人衆と組んで、よども盗みに入りましたが。
Cut.
Zie ik je snel weer? Als jij dat wilt. Dat het zo gezellig was. Vrijdag misschien?
Molami.
Rispondi.
Sì, Valentina, sì, mi dispiace, tuo padre mi ha detto di non dirti niente, io non ti ho detto niente.
Non ci credo, mi stai veramente portando in una clinica per tossici?
And the winner is Elizabeth is Missing.
Accepting on behalf of Elizabeth is Missing, our executive producer, Sarah Brown, and producer, Chrissy Skins.
Thank you so much to Banff Media Festival and the jurors, and it's incredibly exciting to have this endorsement of our film, which we're really very proud of. But there's hundreds of people, talented people who really poured their heart and souls into this film, and I can only thank a few, but there were amazingly talented people behind and in front of the camera who all played their part in this. But I should say a special thanks to Emma Healy, the novelist who created the character of Maud, and to Andrea Gibb, who wrote this screenplay over sort of 5 or 6 years and really sort of battled to get it made and ended up with the most beautiful script. To Aisling Walsh, our director, who really directed it with such kind of artistry and humanity that I think really made it the film that it was. To Chrissy, our wonderful producer, who's sitting here, who brought all her skills, her myriad of skills and passion to the show, and of course to Glenda Jackson, who I think just blew us all away. And I think if there was any reminder needed, this was it, that she really is one of the finest actors that Britain has produced, and we were very honoured to have the chance to collaborate with her on this. So thanks to everyone, and sorry we can't all be together this year.
And now to present the final 4 awards in our scripted stream are the stars of Global TV's hit dramedy, Private Eyes, Jason Priestley and Cindy Sampson.
Jason, how are you? I've missed you so much.
Oh, Cindy, it's so great to see you. I've missed you almost as much as having other people do my makeup.
Well, that must be a lot, because you look, did you know that there's a beauty filter on Zoom?
Yeah, I know it's on. Why do you ask?
Jason and I are so pleased to be here to be presenting the final 4 scripted awards: sci-fi and genre-based series, limited series,
Drama series, non-English language, drama series, English language. Now let's take a look at the nominees: sci-fi and genre-based.
Sci-fi and genre-based. And the nominees are Future Man.
Oh, I told you I should have shot him after he got us into that lab. Ouch. That hurts.
They could be talking about anybody.
His Dark Materials. The Order.
Come on, Silverback. Come on, Silverback. Come on, Silverback!
The War of the Worlds.
Yet across the gulf of space, intellects vast, cool, and unsympathetic regarded this Earth with envious eyes.
Wu Assassins.
And the winner is His Dark Materials.
Accepting on behalf of His Dark Materials is producer Laurie Borg.
Hello, Jason.
Hey, Laurie, how are you?
Very well, thank you, sir.
Good, good. I'm actually here with my co-star on Private Eye, Cindy Sampson.
Hi, Lori. Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Cindy. Hiya.
You are the winner this year. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you so much. Wow, that's so wow. I didn't expect that. Honestly, that's so cool. Look, no, but I do have a can of beer. And I've got a bag of roasted cashew nuts. That's so kind. I mean, what do I do now? That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Well, do you have some people that you'd like to thank? Because you have a captive audience of 2 right here. This call right here will be put up on the Rockies website. And you will be able to, your speech will be seen by all of the people who would like to see it, sir.
Oh, really?
Yes. So is there anyone you'd like to thank? Or anyone you'd like to share this with?
No, I would. Listen, I absolutely. I mean, this is just me, just off the cuff. Honestly, this show, Dark Materials, was probably the hardest thing I've ever done. But with the help of the BBC and HBO, my execs, Jane Tranter, Dan McCulloch, Jack Thorne, the brilliant writer, the wonderful directors, amazing designer, Joel Collins, and the visual effects guys, and all the cast and crew who are just brilliant, and an extraordinary bunch of people. It's really cool, this. I thank you so much. And I think everybody will be so happy. I can't tell you. It's just a fantastic thing. I think it's the first thing we've won, quite honestly.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how many of these events are happening anyway, but you know what? It's such a lovely thing to be part of. And as I say, after 2 years of immensely hard work to win such an award, it's wonderful. Thank you so much. Really, really cool.
Drama series, English language. And the nominees are The Capture.
What the hell's he looking at?
Departure.
You trust me to do this?
Silly question. Absolutely.
When did you become such a mug?
When did you start playing hard to get?
Gentleman Jack.
How are you both?
Well, ma'am, thank you. That was a reckless undertaking, madam.
All were given the opportunity to alight and walk.
Pure.
My sins. How dare you punish us for doing what you asked us to do, what you men lacked the courage to do? What? What more can I lose?
Total control.
That doesn't mean that we can't come up with an arrangement that suits us both.
Oh, yeah. You want my support?
Oh, yeah, I'm happy to sit down and discuss it with you, yeah.
In the dirt. I don't sit down with dogs, Damien.
And the winner is Gentleman Jack.
Accepting on behalf of Gentleman Jack is the CEO of Lookout Point, Faith Penhale.
You are the winner,
That
and
is
present you
amazing.
virtually with your award.
Thank you so much. I was literally like, what happens now? I mean, massive thanks to Banff and to, everyone who got behind the show and voted. We're so appreciative. We did a round table for this about a week ago, and I was saying that it was just fantastic to be recognized alongside all of my favorite shows of last year. So it was just, a really top list of incredible shows. But really just, I'm accepting this alongside the team of people, the incredible team of people who made the show. So, it's the brilliant Sally Wainwright's vision who brought it to life, the incredible Saran Jones and Sophie Rundle, and our sort of exceptional cast that goes on and on beyond that. And really also our champions at the BBC and HBO who made the whole thing possible. But everything goes back to Anne Lister, the incredible Anne Lister, who is living in 19th century, a corner of Yorkshire in 19th century England, and who knew that Sally would find her story and be so inspired by her courage and her bravery, and really want to bring it to life in such a creative and stimulating and exciting way, and she has done. So we're grateful to Sally, and we're grateful to Anne Lister. Here's to Anne.
Drama series, non-English language. And the nominees are 1994. Behind the Door.
裁判員引き受けたぐらいで大変ならもうやめさせてもらえなよ。子育てと両方君にはできないだろ。だから無理するなって言ってたのに。
Giri Haji, Duty, Shame.
本性に逆らって戦えば必ず負ける。
Pico da Neblina, Joint Venture.
Só entrei nesse bagulho aqui, nesse corre, mano, por causa de grana, mano. Tapar buraco lá em casa. Não sou bandido não, irmão.
Invisible Heroes.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
And the winner is Giri Haji, Duty, Shame.
Accepting on behalf of Giri Haji, Duty, Shame, is writer, creator, and executive producer Joe Barton and executive producer Chris Henry.
I'd like to say thank you to Banff. We thank you to our amazing cast and crew. We had an incredible Japanese and British cast and crew. So thank you to all our friends in Tokyo and London and beyond. We hope that they're well and safe, and we're thinking of them. They're all amazing. Thank you to our directors, Julian and Ben. Thank you to everyone at Sister Pictures, Chris and Jane, and everyone who are amazing. And thank you to BBC and Netflix for supporting the show and supporting our vision for it. Thank you very much.
Limited series. And the nominees are Chernobyl, Dublin Murders,
Lucky, blessed, watched over. But what if the killed are the lucky ones?
The Loudest Voice.
You step into the building, you're wearing a flag. You go on air, you're wearing the flag. You're screwing a hooker in a cheap motel, wear the flag, Bill.
Okay.
Studio Tarara. Years and years.
Edith, can you hear me?
And the winner is Chernobyl.
Accepting on behalf of Chernobyl, our writer, creator, and executive producer, Craig Mazin, and director and co-executive producer, Johan Renck.
We're incredibly grateful for this, and we want to thank everybody that worked on the show with us, and all the people that watched it, of course. We always like to dedicate all these things to all the people that suffered and sacrificed as a result of what happened at Chernobyl. And we always hope, of course, sincerely, that people learn the lessons of Chernobyl. I don't know how well that's going, but that's kind of our greatest hope.
You can dream on there, Craig, but I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And thank you, Craig, I want to say also.
Thank you, Johan, and HBO and Sky, and all of our incredible actors, and Carolyn Strauss and Jane Featherstone, and everybody that worked so hard on it.
Canadian Award of Distinction, presented in partnership with the Canada Media Fund. Please welcome the President and CEO of the Canada Media Fund, Valerie Creighton.
Since its creation 10 years ago, the Canada Media Fund has been honored to partner with the Banff World Media Festival and the Rockie Awards. Over the last decade, Canada's content has traveled the world, and we're so proud to see our stories told globally and reaching audiences here at home on a multitude of screens. Today, we celebrate our achievements together. Nothing can stop us from celebrating this industry's extraordinary success, and I look forward to seeing all of you in Banff, Alberta in 2021 at the Rockie Awards. It's been a fabulous decade, and here's a short video highlighting your achievements, your hard work, which is followed by the brilliant Mary Walsh, who will be presenting the Canadian Award of Distinction.
Together, we've expanded creative horizons, amplified diverse voices, imagined new worlds, and discovered new dimensions. Pushed boundaries again and again. And we are only getting started. Thank you, creators. We can't wait to see what you make next.
Here to present the Canadian Award of Distinction, presented in partnership with the Canada Media Fund, she is a winner of the Order of Canada and a co-creator of Codco, Hatching, Matching, and Dispatching, and this hour has 22 minutes. Please welcome Mary, quite contrary, Canadian comedy legend, Mary Walsh.
It is my great pleasure and an honor to present the Canadian Award of Distinction to the brilliantly hilarious comedy Baroness von Sketch show. You know, recently, the United Nations Development Program released a study that said that over 90% of the world's population still holds some biases against women. Still! Unbelievable! But thanks to the hilarious comedy of these genius women, one of those biases has finally been put to rest. Women, they're just not funny. Oh, not only have they put it to rest, they disappeared it up through the glass ceiling. They took it out behind the barn and they finally put it out of its misery. And thanks be to God, they threw the last handful of dirt on the grave of that old tired piece of patriarchal bullshit. Baroness von Sketch has won numerous Canadian Screen Awards, and they swept to victory in every category that they were nominated in this year, including Best Comedy Sketch Show and Best Ensemble Performance. Our hearts were broken when we heard that their next season, their 5th, will be their last. So have a peek now while you still can at the brilliance of Baroness von Sketch.
Fantastic. I know. Well,
It's 10 o'clock in the morning.
Well, we're at the cottage.
I would take one of those. No, you're not going to have... Are you?
Oh. We're at the cottage.
Oh, come on. We're at the cottage. Right on. Atta girls. Women. Oh.
What are you doing? That is not how you cross the street. Where's your phone? Yes, pull that out. That's right, we need these on. Okay, eyes on your phone. There you go. Keep your eyes on that phone.
Chomp. Oh. It just looks better in person.
Yeah, you're right.
We're just gonna try that. We got it, Edie!
You look better with no makeup. Girl, why you wanna kick her?
Hello? 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 All right, now who wants to go to the sauna and scare the shit out of the 20-somethings? Yeah!
Please welcome the 2020 recipients of the Canadian Award of Distinction, Baroness von Sketch Show.
This is such an incredible honor. We have been working so hard for the past 5 seasons on this show, and just to know that back in the day, some people said that no one wants to hear about women in their 40s. So, there isn't a market for that, and yet we kind of decided to push through that and say, well, maybe there might be some people who find this interesting, and allowing the show to also broaden beyond just a quote-unquote female perspective to just look at all aspects of our society and satirize that world has been an incredible honor. I am so, so grateful to have been trusted by the CBC, for all of us to have moved forward with them, with Michelle, Greg, and Karen, and of course, so many names that I cannot list right now. But thank you, and to the entire team. And some people who sometimes get forgotten in this hair and makeup and wardrobe. We've won some other awards, and somehow that's one that I would love to see recognized. I think we all would. And they help us become the characters that we are, and we wouldn't be able to satirize the world that we're in without those amazing teams behind us, helping us become the characters and reflect you back to you. Thank you. It's an incredible honor.
Thank you so much. Everything that Carolyn just said, it's been a real privilege to get to do this show. To get to do any show and get paid for it is amazing. But it's been a pretty incredible ride to have so many people from the network to Frantic Films, to everybody who works on the show, in effect say that our ideas were worth helping us bring to reality, and to get to work with all those people, and to have the privilege of showing them on television, and for people to take the time to watch and to enjoy them, and to reach back out to us the way they have over the last few years has been really, really special, and again, a real privilege in this business. So it's a joy to be here virtually, and to say thank you so much to everybody for watching. And I know we all know that Meredith would be saying the same thing if she could be here, because it's been the joy of our lives to get to do this, and it's been a distinct pleasure.
I would just like to say thank you. This is an amazing and incredible honor, and something that I don't think any of us foresaw when we first started on this journey. This show, I think, has been an enormous growth and changing experience for all of us. I personally, I'd like to thank my family. I would not be a funny person without them. So I'd like to thank my mom and dad, my brothers, Chris, Kevin, and Mike. This time I miss them so much. And I miss you all. And I'm never the one who cries, and I can't believe I cried on Zoom.
I know.
This is embarrassing.
No, honestly, everyone. Jen is never the one who cries.
I am not. She's 5 years, not a tear.
This is perfect. It's coming, but usually it's Aurora, I'm going to cry, but Jen is taking the tears, and I think her emotions, are showing
and so
for all of us.
what I was going to say is, like, my family, to this non-crying point, we do not hug. If we were in Game of Thrones, our house motto would be, Whalen, we do not hug. But thank you to my family. I am going to hug the crap out of you when I see you, whether you want it or not. And I thank you all for this amazing, amazing award. I mean, it's great. And now we have something to talk about, which I haven't, because nothing ever happens because we're doing it. So it's great on a lot of levels.
Yeah.
Here to present the Rockies Francophone Prize, please welcome the Alberta Minister of Culture, Multiculturalism and the Status of Women, the Honourable Lila Ahir.
Thank you and merci. Je suis heureuse de présenter le prix Rockie Production Francophone de 2020. This year, the 5 finalists represent an incredible wide range of engaging Francophone stories and characters. Les finalistes nous présentent, par exemple, une comédie sur une mère récemment divorcée de son mari homosexuel qui, pour suivre, doit renouer avec sa mère. Or a documentary of how a poor black girl from Missouri became the Queen of Paris before joining the French Resistance and raising 12 adopted children. Ou encore un spectacle interactif multiplateforme qui utilise les médias sociaux pour piquer l'entrée des adolescents d'aborder toutes sortes de sujets, quels ils soient. Or a dark comedy about a working mom who fakes a medical emergency to win back her husband's attention after finding out he may be cheating. Ou enfin, une courte série de fiction qui suit une jeune fille de 17 ans qui quitte son petit village pour passer un mois dans une auberge de jeunesse de Montréal où elle interagit avec des voyages monde intérieur de fêtards et de futures vedettes d'Instagram qui lui apprennent qui elle est vraiment. Let's take a look at the nominees.
Rockies Francophone Prize. Et les nommés sont Lâcher Prise, Freefall.
Showtime.
Josephine Baker, Première École Noire. Josephine Baker, The Story of an Awakening.
Americans, Arabs, and Europeans. She dreamed of a better, united world after the defeat of the Nazis.
Mammoth, 2019. Mammoth, 2019.
On a parlé d'anxiété.
Moi, j'ai parlé de différence.
Puis moi, je tenais à parler d'identité sexuelle.
Mytho.
Mais c'est bon, va à la maison, je te rejoins.
Mais tu rigoles ou quoi? On y va, tout de suite. Allez. Allez. Tu veux ma photo, connard?
Nomad, Young Nomads.
Est-elle gagnant et Mammouth 2019. Félicitations, maintenant rencontrons l'équipe.
Accepting on behalf of Mammoth 2019 are the hosts Sarah-Jean Labrosse and Pierre-Luc Funk.
Merci beaucoup, merci. Vive Mammouth, vive la jeunesse. En célébrant Mammouth, ce soir, vous donnez un droit de parole aux jeunes à la télévision. Vous leur donnez le droit de nous dire qu'est-ce qui les inspire. Puis ça, je pense que c'est vraiment important. Donc, merci beaucoup.
Merci aussi à Attraction, à Pamplemousse, à Télé-Québec de faire vivre Mammouth. Mammouth, c'est tellement un beau projet qui est juste là pour inspirer, pour faire du bien, qui inspire le dépassement de soi. Mammouth, c'est hallucinant. Donc, merci d'appuyer ce projet-là qui nous fait juste bien. Merci à toi, Sarah-Jeanne. Je ne veux pas passer avec personne d'autre que toi. Tu es une personne hallucinante. Tu es la personne la plus inspirante que je connaisse.
Vive Mammouth, vive Funk, vive les jeunes.
Here to present the Rogers Prize for Excellence in Canadian Content, please welcome the Executive Director of Rogers Communications, Robin Mirsky.
The Rogers Prize for Excellence in Canadian Content is a $25,000 cash prize awarded to the highest scoring Canadian project submitted to the Rockie Awards program competition. This award serves to foster domestic talent and invest in future content development from independent producers. Let's see who the finalists are.
Rogers Prize for Excellence in Canadian Content. And the finalists are Baroness von Sketch Show.
Greetings, new friends. We, the people of Earth, are honored to be making contact with beings from beyond our own planet for the very first time.
Blown Away.
Flow, off, punchy.
Why isn't it stretching? I wasted half my blow slot with the color, but I transitioned when I realized it was a loser. So I went for crystal clear.
Mammoth, 2019.
parlé d'anxiété.
Moi, j'ai parlé de différence.
Puis moi, je tenais à parler d'identité sexuelle.
The Trial of Ratko Mladic.
And at first, I didn't want to get up because I was afraid to separate from my dad. And he told me to get up. I told him, no, I don't want to go without you.
Origami.
And the winner is Baroness von Sketch.
Accepting on behalf of Frantic Films is executive producer Jamie Brown.
Well, I guess if you're seeing this, I'm lucky enough to be thanking you for the honor of receiving the Rogers Award of Excellence in Canadian Content. Thanks very much to Rogers and to Robin Mirsky for this award. Thank you to CBC, Sally Caddo, Michelle Daly, Greg Diamond, Karen Zhang, and many others. Thanks to Graham Ludlow and everyone on our team. And of course, to the four absolutely fantastic Baronesses, Meredith, Aurora, Carolyn, and Jen. Thank you so much.
On behalf of everyone at the Banff World Media Festival, I just want to say thank you for watching and for being part of this virtual Rockie Awards. We are sad not to be in Banff as we have for the last 40 years, and we hope you can click on the link on your screen and donate to the Bow Valley Emergency Fund to help the town of Banff get back on its feet. We want it to be a thriving community once again, and we hope to see you there in 2021. Please join us online through the summer as part of Banff's virtual edition and take part in the opportunities we've created for you, the international media industry. We are committed to serving you and to doing our part to help with recovery and with change across the screen industries, including equality, diversity, representation, and inclusion. Thank you.
Oh, we have one more big announcement left. The Grand Jury Prize. But before we get to that, we'd like to send some love to the most important people involved in the Rockies International Program Competition, the jury members.
This esteemed panel of television and digital media experts reviewed over 800 submissions from 35 countries and watched hundreds of hours of shows.
So let's give them the virtual recognition they deserve. Everyone put up those emoji applause or snap your fingers, clap your hands for the jury of the 2020 Rockie Program Competition.
Grand Jury Prize.
And now to the Grand Jury Prize. This prize is the culmination of today's Rockie Awards International Program Competition. And the finalists are the top scoring programs from each stream: children and youth, documentary and factual, arts and entertainment, and scripted. Let's see who the finalists are.
Grand Jury Prize. And the finalists are Fleabag.
Thank you.
This is a love story.
Free Solo.
That feeling is heightened when you're for sure facing death. You can't make a mistake. If you're seeking perfection, free soloing is as close as you can get.
Gentleman Jack.
How are you both?
Well, ma'am, thank you. That was a reckless undertaking, madam.
All were given the opportunity to alight and walk.
My Life. I Will Survive.
I think a lot of people don't really see the hard parts of my life, and I don't blame them because I don't really show them.
Peppa Pig.
Children, today we have a visitor. Ooh. Mandy Mouse.
Hello, everyone.
Squeak. Hello.
And the winner is Fleabag.
Accepting on behalf of Fleabag is producer Sarah Hammond.
Thank you so much to the grand jury at the Banff Festival for awarding Fleabag your prize. We are just absolutely thrilled to receive it. I know we had such stiff competition from lots of other brilliant people, so thank you so much. And I'm sorry that the festival was cancelled this year, but we look forward to attending when it's back on next year.
And that brings the 2020 Rockies program competition to a close. We want to thank all the nominees and all the winners, all the grand patrons and sponsors of the awards. Congratulations to everyone. And we do look forward to being together drunk in Banff next year. I'm Carolyn Taylor.
I'm Jennifer Whalen.
And I'm Aurora Brown. Good night.
Good night.
Let me get my sweatpants back on.
Oh no, don't stand up. Don't, that's okay. Just stay seated. Thank you.
Oh, right.
Yes.
The Rockie Awards International Program Competition is brought to you by our grand patrons, the Government of Alberta and Alberta Film, Canada Media Fund, CBC Radio-Canada, Chorus Entertainment, CTV, Netflix, and Telefilm Canada.